and welcome to Oops All Wizards Session 2. We're in the middle of detention and we're having a blast. We have a latecomer that will be joining us, but for now, let's just head into our roundabout intros, let everyone know who you are and a little bit about your character. So yeah, we'll just start up with the player that was able to join us this week, Wraith.
That's me. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm gonna be playing Pyxis. I'm very tired and I don't know what I'm doing today, but you know what? That's fine because chaos is the name of the game, right? That's me.
All right.
I'm not prepared to go first.
I know. I'm sorry. It's you were in the circle, and that's where you were, and that's how it is. Yeah. So that'll bring us to Lauren.
Hello, I'm Lauren. I'm playing Risa, the Order of Scribes changeling, and I literally built her for chaos, so it is to be expected.
Yes, and that'll bring us down to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Tomasz, the human war mage, and chaos is great because no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So, there you go.
Absolutely, and that brings us up to Shanice.
I'm Shanice. I'm playing Josie, our second friend from the Feywild. She's a Springaladrin, and she's here for chaos.
Yes, all of the chaos. We're living for chaos with this group, which brings us over to Dusty.
Hello, my name is Dusty. I'm playing Rory, a runecaster wizard. Surprise, surprise, since I think everybody's a wizard here, right? That's the whole thing?
What? No.
And she's just kind of down for whatever, so if it's chaos, she's going to be down for chaos.
Love it. Love a person that just goes with the flow. So that brings us to our last player, which is Jacqueline.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I use pronouns she, her, and I will be playing Orchid Thumperton, who is your resident Haragon, not here to cause chaos, but here to capture chaos and put in the yearbook, which is due in just a few weeks. So expect to see them taking lots of photos tonight.
Alrighty, and as per usual on my streams, I do a dice giveaway, and tonight's giveaway is #detention. Please put in #detention to join the giveaway. It'll run throughout the night. Players are welcome to join as well. We had Ben win last time, yeah, but now we're gonna jump right in. So, last session we left off with 5 of our young wizards arriving at detention and being given tasks to complete. But these tasks were just little square objects, crystalline objects, and they didn't really know what to do with it, so they started experimenting and figuring out first steps. And we left with each of the 5 having figured out at least one part of this puzzle. And they are all gathered in the first floor library currently, when they are interrupted from their antics by Professor Shane, bringing in another person that you guys weren't necessarily, you didn't know that you were going to have another person in detention with you. And why didn't they arrive on time? We'll figure it out. But Professor Shane walks in, and Wraith, if you would like to describe what your character looks like.
So Pixie is fully decked out in her cheerleading uniform, matching Josie. She has just a mess of bright pink curly hair. She's got some star-shaped sunglasses, pink of course, long elf ears, decked out in jewelry, nicely done nails, heels that really she should not be wearing as a cheerleader or at school, but she doesn't really care. But she immediately spots Josie and just, hi.
Been so long. Where have you been?
I mean, look, fashionably late, right? And also, like, I needed coffee. It's fine.
Did you bring us any?
I brought you some because I knew you were coming.
I accept that. You know me too well.
Yes. Miss Polaris was running late. But she is here now. She also has retrieved her task. Please continue, and once again, let me remind you of the rules. No damage to school property. No playing around. And you must complete your task by the end of detention. Otherwise, you have another Saturday detention that you get to spend here instead of elsewhere, enjoying your lives.
She's not kidding about the don't mess with school property and getting a second detention. Has happened. Not fun.
I think you forgot something last time you were here. And then I kind of look over and point to where the butterfly moth thing was over in the corner.
I didn't.
Might get lonely if you leave him down here.
Anything. He is here to
If you
keep
say
an
so.
eye on you.
We have so many eyes between all of us. You'd think that we had enough.
Josie, you might not want to push her.
She just walks away.
I'm just being honest.
She just walks away from the conversation and is headed back to, presumably, her office.
Rhys is gonna turn right to Pixie and be like, do you do necromancy? To Pixie.
Oh, sorry. Do I look like I do necromancy?
I don't know.
That's
Could be fun. Well, if you don't, do you at least do divination? Any sort of divination. Doesn't need to be particularly powerful. Just enough to get one of these lit. And she holds up her crystal.
But of course I do divination magic. Is that all that we have to do to get out of here?
we're not sure yet. They do something, but
It's never just one thing. Most likely this will lead to another thing. Lots of puzzles. They like their puzzles.
they don't break though.
Yeah, we learned that one the hard way. How's your nose, by the way?
It's tender, but not bad.
Wait, did you try to break it with your nose or what? What did I miss?
With the staff, there's a little bit of recoil.
I just got myself in the nose.
I have a great shot. And Orchid will show you like a screenshot of the Tomasz's bat. Is that what it is? Stick?
It's a staff. It's a
Staff, like smashing into the little square-looking thing and just like rebounding into his face. And it's great. It's like a really nice series, but it's like low FPS. We're talking like 3 or 4. So like, it's not quite movie quality yet. We can't. We're working on it.
In the lab.
I don't have to
I'm
use
sure.
though.
Well, you know, let's see what else we can put into these, maybe. That's, is it... You tried to put more than one spell into one yet?
I don't think anyone's tried that yet. Do we want to try and get them all lit first? And then see what happens? Or just start spamming spells into these things?
I think we should probably get one lit, all of them lit first.
Yeah. See, they're all different colors, so that probably has something to do with it. Unclear.
And needing either divination or necromancy, if you have it, a little more fun. We've each done a different school of magic for each. That seems to be the path we're supposed to go down.
And just like a little bit, like first level. Nothing
More than
crazy.
a cantrip, nothing too crazy, yes.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. I'll cast Identify. Either it'll fill it with divination magic, or it'll tell me what the hell this thing is.
Fair enough.
I think both are good though.
Yeah.
I just remember that we needed either
as you
necromancy.
go to cast Identify in it, the magic... You guys all saw the magic kind of get sucked in when you guys put stuff into it. But when Pixie goes to cast Identify into object, nothing takes. It doesn't suck in the magic. It doesn't take anything. If I could get an intelligence check from Ben and
Alright.
Tomasz.
Absolutely. It's just straight intelligence, not arcana?
Correct.
Alright, excellent. He... Ooh, 11.
Alright, you feel something tickling back at the back of your mind. You're like, wait, what spell did I put in mine?
I used Comprehend Languages on mine, and I know somebody cast Magic Missile. Did anybody do a Conjuration?
I know I did Abjuration.
I did Conjuration. I
Okay,
threw an Ice
did
Knife.
Divination.
Enchantment.
I did
Enchantment.
evocation.
So, Pixie, do you want
Has
to try
anyone done-
Necromancy?
Has anyone done Abjuration?
Oh wait, did someone already do divination? Is that what I heard? Did I
I
misremember
did.
that?
I did
shoot.
Comprehend
My bad.
Languages.
Okay.
Did you just have me waste a spell on this?
Well, didn't you cast it ritually?
Oh!
My bad, misremembered. What was the other one that we needed besides necromancy, since no one seems to have any of the fun spells?
Did you do
I did.
Abjuration?
Abjuration, Enchantment, Divination. Did I hear an Abjuration? Alright.
Right.
Guildhouse roll call again. Divination.
Conjuration.
Abjuration.
Evocation.
Enchantment.
So that leaves Transmutation, Necromancy.
Yeah.
Illusion.
There we go. That was the last one I was forgetting.
We're very niche wizards, okay? We know our topics, we go to classes, and we're not good at the other stuff.
I do want to say I do have a necromancy spell.
Okay.
It's a second level, but I do have it if we need it. I prefer not
I
to
have
cast it.
Illusion.
I
But-
do as well. I would prefer.
I have
that
Illusion,
on
but it's a
this.
second level, and I really don't.
I might.
I do have Abjuration. Oh no, we already have
Oh,
that.
wait.
I already did that.
Wait, you said Transmutation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cast Mending.
Cantrips haven't done it enough yet.
Oh, damn
Maybe
it.
yours will. But I think I was practicing this for the next game, and I think
What if I just keep hitting it with Mending?
we tried that
We didn't
too.
try it.
No, I thought
I
she
didn't.
did. I thought I thought they used a chill ray on it. I thought someone did. No?
It was an ice knife. That's a first level spell.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I just ice knifed it.
Well, that'll do it. I have one. I learned jump. It's good. May I? No?
It's up to
Yes.
you, Pixie. Are you gonna let Tomasz try to put a transmutation spell into your crystal?
I mean, yeah, it's better than me wasting another spell.
Okay.
So you go and put your hand down and cast jump, and it takes it. And it is now
Nominus corpus
pulsing.
saltus.
And so now you all have a glowing little crystal gem.
Excellent. Now, tell you what, Pixie. Next time you need a spell cast that isn't an emergency, let me know. I owe you one.
Fair enough. So now what? We've got crystals. They're glowing.
Put them together.
Let's put them in a
That's
line.
all I can
Why
think of right now.
Let's try lining them up here on the table. Maybe on the edge.
Alright.
And then
Okay.
All right.
Finish.
So just real quick before we move on to whatever antics you guys are going to get into to these little crystal things, I did forget to mention last time we got a couple tips towards the end of our session. So each of the players have two armadillos is what I call them, but you have two +3s that you can add to any roll.
excellent.
I'm writing that down because I forgot last time.
So yeah, and so for anybody watching, tips are welcome and enjoyed, and tips give little goodies to our wonderful D&D players while also helping me pay for art and artists and maintain this channel and give great content and all of that fun stuff. And you can find more about those in the About section in my Twitch channel, and it'll have a link there as well as one that's provided in the chat. But players, you may continue with placing your beautiful glowing gems on the
Is
table.
there like an order that these schools generally go in? Like, I know that I remember the circle, but I can't remember what the order is. Maybe that would do it?
So you start trying to place them in a specific order, and nothing happens.
We are missing a few.
We don't have extra crystals, do we?
I mean, I could always ask the moth. They're the butterfly?
In my
That's an
experience,
idea.
they typically give or hide the things that you're supposed to be using, but this doesn't seem like a hiding sort of situation.
Well, I mean, maybe
We'll just start tipping
we don't
over
have.
cases looking for extra crystals.
Yeah,
which,
we don't have. If we don't have all of the schools, then maybe there is a missing crystal.
We could try casting more spells into them.
If
don't know
let's
illusion.
I'm gonna have all of you just give me a general intelligence check.
Let's go.
No.
Yeah.
Rory's not paying
Natty
attention.
20.
Hey!
Nice.
23.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
15.
Rory's busy
10.
looking for the familiar in the corner.
Awesome. So anybody that rolled above a 20 kind of gets the thought that, You guys go to school here. There's different classrooms associated with the different schools of magic. And maybe if you take the corresponding gems to their classrooms, something might happen.
What's the closest classroom to us on this level?
The closest classroom, there is a conjuration room right across the hall from you guys. That's this room right here. Oops. Get my image, the wrong thing selected. No, this guy is conjuration. This one over here is also abjuration. So both of those are right next to your space.
Well, I mean,
We could try to go across the hall. We haven't really left the vicinity.
she did say we could stay anywhere inside the castle or the grounds.
That's true. That's true. I could get some really great moving shots as we walk out of the library.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I never miss a yearbook opportunity.
I am well aware of the Candids page we dedicate to the cheerleaders every year. It is my favorite part.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Anything I can do.
Alrighty. Which classroom would you guys like to head to first?
You said the closest was conjuration?
Conjuration,
Oh, that one,
abjuration are both right across the room.
Why don't we head to Conjuration, see what happens first?
Sounds good.
Sure. I think that's mine.
All right. So you guys can make your way across the hall from the little library that you're in. You're in this library over here, and you're heading to this conjuration room right across the hall. This isn't the full classroom, but it's one of the like rooms that you can rent to practice your like conjuration, like whether that's like summoning constructs or things like that. That's all practiced in these large stone rooms. And you guys can feel free to head across to that room. The door is closed to this room when you arrive.
Look around. Has the familiar followed us at all?
The familiar is following you, yes. And it's not being subtle about it, it's just following you.
Rory waves at it.
No acknowledgement. It's a
I didn't think
fly.
it would be.
It's just flying.
I don't think I ever knew Professor Shane's familiar's name.
Would I know the familiar's name, having probably spent the most time in detention?
Give me a history check. Let's see how well you pay attention to your surroundings.
Alright, let's go. Risa pays absolutely no attention to her surroundings. That is a natural 1 for a 5.
Yeah, you don't know.
She's like, I don't
It's
care.
a butterfly. It's fine.
Risa sends Celine to just go fly circles around Professor Shane's familiar.
That's what you do, is you torment. You use your
Yes,
familiar to
absolutely.
torment your
I
familiar.
think Pixie is just not even paying attention to her familiar, who is just trying to peck up at the moth.
There's now 2 moths. There's a normal-looking moth being looped by a lunar moth.
Oh, Mork doesn't discriminate. He's not pecking at those.
Valid. Super valid. But yes, so, when you arrive at this door, though, it is closed.
Night. investigate the door.
What are you looking for?
Traps.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Can I help her?
Sure, advantage.
Sweet. Hey, 19.
Wonderful. Yeah, the door's not trapped. It is locked, but it's not trapped.
Does anybody have, like, lock picking?
Maybe there's a key around here somewhere. Can I look and see if there's a key?
Perception check.
Gonna be a 7.
No, it's an empty hallway. In fact, it's kind of weird being here with the hallways so empty. You've never been here when the hallway is so empty before. It's a little creepy.
I have an idea.
Destroying property, right?
Well,
Orchid said that they had an idea.
In the...
no.
I think Orchid said that they had an idea.
They're like in the back, like mage hand through the door, unlock the other side.
Don't you need line of effect?
Nope.
Do you think you? Oh.
No.
Mage hand does not require
Right.
you to be able
Yeah.
to see where you're placing it. It just has to, where you're placing it just has to be within 30 feet.
Yep.
Good to know.
Old textbook.
Look, I may or may have not done crazy antics with Mage Hand in the past. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
They'll take their crystal focus out of the mage hand's hand, and send it through the door and try to unlock from the inside.
Yeah, so, as you come onto the other side of the door, and you can kind of sense where your mage hand is and what it's touching, and you try the knob and it doesn't work, and you move it up and you try to see if there's a lock or anything, and there's no like lock that your mage hand can undo.
They'll bring the mage hand back and be like, I think it's magically locked.
Let me see if I can
Not like
figure
an
it out.
old-fashioned thing. Are you gonna hit it with your stick again? I just need to get a good shot this time.
No.
I mean, if you
put away
do
the
break
camera.
it, we could. Oh, I like where this is going.
Give me
Rory
a
takes a
moment,
step
just-
back.
Alright. Nope.
Orchid
Fish
is,
up.
of course, gonna put the camera up high because this looks like the perfect opportunity for a shot.
I will recommend that if he's going to do property damage, that maybe we don't get a picture of it. And you can see Celine is like currently fluttering directly, like trying to block the sightline of Professor Shane's familiar.
I mean,
Um,
we don't have to, like, share the photo.
You know,
I've been
Look,
thinking up
in-
the perfect spread called Saturday Morning Detention. This would be the perfect center photo.
there's just some talents you'd rather keep to yourself, if you know what I mean.
No, I
They'll-
don't.
They'll
Alright.
pretend to like turn the crystal 180, but it doesn't actually do anything because you can just take
Alright.
pictures from the other side. So
I'm gonna, you know.
it's like a
he's-
360 camera, but you don't
he's-
need to know that.
He's not, he doesn't need to know that. So, you know.
So what's-
appeased by the turning of the crystal, he leans down and reaches inside pocket of his robe and pulls out a series of small metal levers and wires and leans into the front of the door and says, "I really hope this doesn't hit me in the face again." and takes a look to see if the lock is what is if it's a normal mundane lock?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. 22.
This is not a mundane lock. In fact, there doesn't even seem to be a place for you to put lockpicking tools. However, there is a small square inset about the size of the glowing crystals that each of you have in the door.
Ooh. Rory, can I see your crystal for a moment?
Sure. She walks forward and drops the crystal in his hand.
Thank you.
This is the conjuration room, correct? Is that the conjuration crystal?
No.
Thought that's... Oh. Good save. I like my face.
Look, I got you hurt once. I would feel bad if it happened again.
Fair.
I mean, I
He
was
stands-
confused, but I figured he had a reason.
I thought you had that one. That's my bad. He stands up, hands the crystal back to Rory, and then gestures to the door. All you.
Okay, who has the crystal for this door? Orchid?
does.
Okay, so she goes, "Hey, can I see the crystal, please? I'm gonna put it in the door."
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll drop it in your hand.
And she takes it and just unceremoniously jams it into the. No hesitation.
Amazing.
Awesome. As you jam it into the door flashes brightly, centering from where you placed the little crystal. It just, whoo, and you feel this warm brush of wind kind of brush past all of you, pushing your hair back, and the door clicks open, and it is open about half an inch now.
How many wizards does it take to open a door?
How many are
Always
here?
Many.
That is going to be the punchline of my spread. Thank you.
Glad I could help.
Do we want to go in, or do we want to unlock the other doors?
Is
We
the
should
door-
see
did the
what's
door-
in this one first.
Did the door crack open, or did it is it open?
It's like half an inch open. You can't see into the room, but it's open from being flush where it was before.
Is the crystal gone? Or is it still set in the door?
The crystal is still inset into the door.
I agree with Pixie. I say we head in this one. See what it
Sounds
is.
good.
Okay.
Might as well
Watch
know
you.
what to expect for the rest of them.
Right.
Rory opens the door.
Awesome. So, Rory, how do you open the door to get into this room?
Slowly.
So as you slowly the door open, this room is mostly empty. It's a large room with slabs of like granite and concrete on the ground. But in the middle of the room there is a medium, it's about 6.5 foot tall, like suit of armor looking, except that it's made from stone, just set in the middle of the room, and that's all you see.
Okay, so she goes, "If I know anything about suits of armor, that's going to come to life and try and kill us."
Wouldn't that be fun?
I don't remember doing that, but I've only had a few classes in here. This is where
Well, normally the door isn't locked either, so.
There's that.
Maybe
where I
it's
learned-
friendly.
Could be.
I will say that wasn't there yesterday during class. So
It was
No,
not
it
there
wasn't.
yesterday.
And I've encountered a lot of suits of armor that wanted to kill me.
Where?
do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
So currently you're all just standing outside of the doorway, looking inside a room with an open door and a stone statue in the middle of the room.
So should we get this over with?
Let's.
This might be overkill, and I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Go ahead.
No, I think that's fair.
Anybody else want to do anything before you step into the room?
Yes, I would like to prepare an action.
What would you like to prepare?
If it comes alive, I would like to do an Eldritch Blast. So she takes out her marker wand and just like puts it on her hand and just kind of holds her hand in a claw so that it's not activated yet. So she's getting ready for if it moves, she's gonna blast it.
Okay. I understand.
And she's gonna turn to the group and be like, I would suggest you also prepare.
Maybe we throw something into the room before we throw ourselves into the room. If there's anything in there, it might trigger it.
I can take a hit. I'll wander in.
You're gonna wander in, okay?
It's, yeah, you know.
With that, I'm going to have everybody roll for initiative.
Let's go.
But, and just give me a second to set this up.
Today's episode's been brought to you by Poor Choices. Poor Choices, certain to bring you straight into the open waiting arms of danger. Poor Choices, when you just need to be hit in the face more than once before you learn a lesson.
And the co-sponsor is Weird Backgrounds. Mysterious sentences that are said out of context.
Yes. And I'm going to bring you guys over to the page.
Let's go.
On Roll20. Let me get you guys over
So excited to hit
there.
stuff.
Let's go.
So you should see the map now in Roll20, and feel free to place yourselves where you guys would be situated outside of this room.
Where's the entrance? Oh, I see.
The entrance is this corner down here. So I believe Tomasz is the only one that's in the room currently.
Like, Rhys is probably pretty close to the door, because she's always worried. If something's going down, she's probably there.
Valid.
So she's like,
Tokens.
there.
I'm gonna see if I can zoom out a little bit so we can see everybody. Brilliant. Okay, and let me get my initiative going. That was real good. All right. Pixie, what was your initiative?
3.
Solid start. Risa?
15.
Okay, and Tomasz?
15. And then
Hey.
initiative modifier +4.
And what's
Yeah,
your...
you definitely
Okay, then Tomasz will go first.
much more than me.
Josie.
That's an 11.
All right. And Rory.
19.
Super. And Orchid.
21.
Nice. Got some good initiatives there. All right. So, Nothing has happened yet. Tomasz has just stepped into the room. The stone creature is still just still and unmoving. At the moment, we are at initiative just to keep track of action so it doesn't get all bogged down. But Tomasz, that means first up is Orchid. Is there anything that you're doing as Tomasz is entering this space?
Not really. I guess he walked through the door, but the suit of armor doesn't appear to have moved yet.
Correct. It's still just,
We're
it
not really
looks like a
threatened.
statue. Yeah.
Okay. They're used to things coming alive, conjuration and all that. So I think that they're not particularly terrified of this thing, and will walk in and just kind of take a stance. Do you do diagonals as 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay. We'll just go in around the side, kind of keeping an eye on the suit of armor.
Okay.
And kind of wait for folks to come in. But that's all they'll do.
All right. That brings us to Rory.
I think Rory's gonna do the same. She's gonna hold her action so that if it comes alive, she's gonna blast it. But I think she's gonna just kind of edge in. With,
All right.
Her familiar.
Yeah, nothing has happened at the moment. Feel free to move in to where you would like to flank this mysterious statue. Which brings us to Tomasz.
All right. He will, staff in hand, clap it into his palm, casting Shillelagh, and then heading across the room here, the opposite side. There we
Alrighty.
are.
That brings us to Risa.
Alright. Leaving Celine to obscure the other familiars, the professor's familiars' vision in case we get into some shit. You're probably just still circling it, just being annoying. Because that's the main character trait. Gonna move just kind of into the space. I think not right next to Tomasz, but getting close to Tomasz, because if things go wrong, be next to the guy that might be able to actually take a hit. And
I
there's
mean,
been a lot of situations where things have gone wrong.
valid.
It's just standing there. There's nothing happening or any weird glowing or anything.
I mean, you can give me a perception check if you want.
Sure. I got a +0 to that. That's gonna go great. Oh, that was 18 for a second. I got excited. It's a 13.
Yeah, no, it's just a statue.
Do we want to try hitting it?
My nose has had a lot of punishment already today. Sure.
Is that end your turn?
I didn't mean. I was gonna say if we wanted to just throw a little magic at it, see what happens. Didn't necessarily mean you. You've already taken some.
It's alright.
collateral
It's
damage.
alright. Please. Field is worse. Why not?
Just out of curiosity, because no one's cast
Yeah,
any
it's-
magic in the room yet.
I
Rice is
did.
gonna take. Oh, you did.
I did.
Never mind. Okay.
Nothing happened when I cast Shillelagh.
That is correct.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
This is a terrible idea, but I kind of want to do it.
Do it.
Oh, I can't move anymore. Okay. Maybe just give it a second. See if someone else does something before doing something completely reckless.
Okay, that brings us to Josie.
So while all of this is happening, I'm looking at the crystal in the door. Is there any change with it when Tomasz casts magic?
Give me a perception check. And no, I'm asking wizards for perception checks. Sorry, guys.
15.
Yeah. The door and the crystal look the same as they have since the door opened. Nothing's changed.
All right. I am going to move into the room a little bit. I think Rhys has the right idea. Stay by the person who can take a hit. And I am going to, let's see. Gonna stay like catty corner from our little suit of armor friend. I'm gonna move in a little bit. You also see Josie kind of looks into her purse and you see a little black kitten head kind of pop out. And then you see 2 front paws and 2 more paws and 2 more paws. And you see a tiny little displacer beast kind of pop out next to her.
Yes.
All right, Georgette, let's see what's going on.
Alrighty, if that's the end of your turn, that'll bring us to Pixie.
I definitely don't want to get too close, so I think just gonna scoot right inside the doorway.
Okay. Totally good. So, the second that Pixie enters the room, the door slams shut behind you. The statue in front of you starts to glow and groan with magic before splitting into 2. And there are now 2 stone constructs facing you guys in the middle of the room, their eyes glowing with magic. They are obviously not statues. So I'm gonna add in our other
Well, I guess we could have seen that one coming.
Fun.
Only with double vision.
Maybe hit yourself in the face again and we'll have it permanently.
Opportunities exist.
here. Let me click on the right thing so I can move my little guy over. And that will bring us to the top of the round. Well, actually, that happened on your turn, so if you'd like to do anything, Pixie. The door shut behind you, slammed shut behind you. Statue glowed with magic and split into 2 constructs.
I don't like that at all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wait. They haven't attacked us yet.
They have not.
It's just they multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to accidentally do anything that like makes them multiply again.
Entirely fair. So that'll bring us to the top of the round with Orchid.
Orchid's pretty used to this. Have this being their school of magic. So they're gonna look across the room to Tomasz and kind of just like head nod at him, and then we'll swoop in behind them, and is going to cast Sword Burst on themselves. So both of your constructs need to make a Dexterity 15 saving throw for me, please.
Alrighty, can do. The left one succeeds, the one on the right fails.
Okay, I think it's a save or suck.
If it's a cantrip, it is
Yep.
a save or suck.
So the one who failed, solid, is going to take 1 force damage.
Love it.
As Orchid sweeps their right leg, and as they do, they like series of spectral swords pop up from the ground from the sweep, and jab out from the ground up at the two constructs, with one doing a measly 1 damage. And then you all see the tiniest tortoise head pop up from their shoulder, and they're like, no, turtle away. And their tortoise, named Bulldozer, is gonna take the dodge action to hide underneath their cardigan.
Love it. I love it. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Beautiful. That'll bring us to Rory.
So I think Rory is going to see that they multiplied, see that Orchid attacked, and she is also going to attack. She's gonna attack the one, I think, on the right.
Okay.
And she's just gonna uncurl her hand and unleash that Eldritch Blast.
All right. Roll to hit.
That is a 19. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
I'd be very scared if it didn't, not gonna lie.
Dragons, baby. Dragons.
And that is 4 points of damage.
Alrighty. 4 points of damage it is. Its head like creaks and turns and is staring right at you, Rory. But that brings us to Tomasz.
All right. Tomasz will move. He'll return a wink there at Orchid, come down here, and then pulling his wand, he will cast his spell, Urbum Vivera Velox, and throw Thorn Whip at the far statue.
So the one that
trying
they've
to
all been
pull it
attacking?
Pardon me?
The one that they've all been attacking.
Yes.
Okay.
But attempt to pull it into the next one, because it pulls 10 feet. So when he gets it, if he can take the Thorn Whip and then yank it into the next one.
Roll to hit.
Absolutely, I gotta pull this off first, right?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. That is my... Ooh. He does not. Lashes out, just can't seem to get a hold of a solid grip on it, and yanks back. Nothing.
Oh no.
Thought was there, though.
Who's there?
It's a 6.
try.
It's a 6. It's not happening.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action? You're familiar?
No, hold tight.
Awesome.
He does not like to put his familiar in danger.
That is to Rhys next.
All right. Let's see. I think Rice's like Thornwick goes out and she like docks underneath it as it gets like whipped around, and then like sees it. No, we're like, a good try, maybe next time, and then just firebolt at the one closest to us, or closest to me.
Okay, roll a hit.
All right.
The one closest to you? Okay.
Yeah. So, let's see. Natural 1. She needs to stop talking shit.
Nope.
I'm with it.
What does her firebolt look like, and how does it spectacularly miss?
I think she pulls her wand out of her bun, which is just less a wand and more like the most complex children's art project you've ever seen. Because it has a wand shape, but it has about as many like gems and stones that you can like get onto a surface space that small. And in fact, she's stuck like other like sticks like perpendicular to it to get more stones on it, so it's got this weird, it almost looks like it should be this kind of weird hilt, except for the hilt piece is what she points towards the constructs, and the fireball forms and then just takes off in absolutely the wrong direction, and you start going, God damn it, and then just
This is what happens when you hold your wand in the wrong direction.
No, she's holding it in the right direction. That's the direction it's supposed to go.
Is your wand a tiny fairy street sign?
That is kind of the vibe.
Alright, cool.
No.
All right. So that. Are you going to move? Are you going to do anything with your familiar? Or.
I think Celine is stuck outside. If the door closed, because she was outside with the teacher's familiar. Unless the teacher's familiar came in, then she is inside. So I don't know.
It is a bonus action, I believe, to dismiss them into their pocket space, and then you could, as an action later, potentially resummon them.
Okay.
If you want to.
I think she'll stay put, trying to get her wand to work properly.
Valid.
And familiar is just off somewhere, probably harassing something.
No worries. So that brings us to the one of the stone defenders, and they are going to turn around and attack Orchid.
It will not be difficult.
Probably hit. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. That'll be 9 points of bludgeoning damage to Orchid.
Excellent.
And that will be end of that guy's turn, which will bring us to Josie.
So, seeing the suit of armor attack Orchid, Josie is going to look at it. You'll see her normally pink hair flare a little bit red. And she'll say, "Y'all are being awfully rude." And I'm going to cast Firebolt at, let's see. Let's do the one that's closest to Orchid.
They're both technically within 5 feet of Orchid. What about, but there is... Do you want the left or the right one?
Oh, let's go with the right.
Okay.
Alright.
Ooh, okay.
24 to hit.
That hits.
So, let's see. That's 6 fire
6
damage.
points of fire damage. Wonderful. Anything else you would like to do, Josie? You shoot off a little beam of fire. It splashes against its shoulder as it's staring at Rory.
Is there anything else in the room with us, like desks or anything like that? Or is it just the 2 suits of armor?
No. It's just the 2 suits of armor. You would know that this is like a conjuration lab. This is just a fortified space that is used for the practice of conjuration. Specifically,
Alright.
constructs, creatures, whatever.
Alright. Then that is my turn.
Alrighty, so that will bring us to the next Golem's turn, who's going to move over to Rory, which means that Orchid, you have an opportunity attack if you wish to take it.
Nope. I'm a wizard without Warcaster. There's
That's
not much I can
valid.
do. Give me one more level, and then maybe we'll consider that.
Maybe. And the construct's gonna reach out a hand straight towards Rory's chest, like sternum area, as if to like just slam you up against the wall. And don't think that'll hit. That is a 12.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Oh no.
We're wizards, Carly.
I know, but still, I guess only one of you cast mage armor, so.
I don't know. I took other things.
Oh, that will be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, silvery barbs. I do
Okay.
that now. I was spacing out.
It's higher, so 11 points of bludgeoning damage, but you can give advantage to
There.
someone, including yourself.
I might take it for myself.
Do it.
I tried. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the advantage for myself.
All right.
I'm gonna use my action. I'm sorry. What is it?
Reaction?
I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, that's a dex save, correct? What's the DC?
Yes. The DC is 12.
Oh, they fail. Roll your
Okay,
damage.
So you watch as this golem like pushes her against the wall, and then she immediately like cries out and just presses her hand into the side of its face, and you watch as this force just comes out and like knocks it to the side. And that is 2d10. So 8, 9, 17 points of damage.
Nice. That's a good chunk of damage. He's still looking okay, though. But he's obviously got some just streaks of burns running up across his stone form. But that'll be the end of his turn, so that will bring us to Pixie.
I am gonna try to magic missile the one that's got Rory pinned.
Go for it. Roll your damage. What level are you casting it at?
Just first.
Okay.
So that is 18 to hit.
You don't have to hit unless you're doing Jim's magic missile. Because regular magic missile is just auto hit. Jim's magic missile is roll to hit.
Oh, right. Okay. Then yes. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your 3d4 plus 3.
So that is 12 total.
Nice. Solid. He is starting to look hurt. The one that has Rory pinned.
I think you said it's a bonus action to recall a familiar.
Yeah, to like put them in the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
So you'd have to use another
I think I'll
bonus
do that.
action to resummon them.
Yeah, so I think I'll pop Mort back in.
Okay, sounds great. Would you like to move at all?
No, I like being away from it.
Fair. Totally fair. So that will bring us back to the top of the round and with Orchid.
Oh my goodness. They're just.
Did I go the second time or no?
Did I skip you? I thought you went. Oh, did I? If I skipped you, you can go ahead and go. But I thought you did Thorn Whip.
I did. I thought that was first round. Never mind.
Yeah, I
My
was
bad.
skipped too.
Who did I? No, because it was.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll
Did
carry on.
I?
Is this the second round?
I thought
This
that
is
was-
the start of the second round. We're starting the second round.
Okay, cool.
I can't keep track. My bad. So sorry. Carry on.
I can't either.
I was like,
We noted. My bad.
no.
It's because
Okay.
there's
Clock
six
the
of
night
us.
here.
Yeah,
There's
it's
six
just-
of us. It
Carry
takes a
on.
little
My
while.
bad.
It takes a little
It
while.
does. It does. It's my bad. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Stay on top of it though, because it happens, and we want everybody to have their turn. But yes, Orchid.
Rinse, repeat. Can I get a dex saving throw? DC's 15.
Absolutely. Fails.
Excellent. Let's roll a different die. Oh, we're going up in the world. That's 2 force damage.
Woohoo!
Uh,
Partay.
and Orchid does the same thing, sweeps their right leg, and swords appear and goes up slamming into the thing's face.
Nice. I love it. Love the visuals. Bonus action, familiar, any of that stuff you'd like to do?
Familiar is gonna withdraw again, take the dodge action.
Super. So that will bring us to Rory.
So Rory is going to slam her hand against the side of this thing's head again and cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay, so you are within melee, so you have disadvantage unless you Warcaster.
I am not Warcaster.
Okay, so it'll be with
can I use-
disadvantage because it's a ranged attack.
What's your initiative?
Hers is 19. You're up
Mine is
next.
19.
Okay. Can I
Okay,
can I call
sure.
out across the room and be like, hold on, let me try again? Is that cool?
My familiar is also next to me.
Alright.
Can I use
You
it
can
as-
use your
for
familiar
advantage?
to make a straight roll.
Sweet. Works for me. Sweet. That is over 23.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Cool. So she's going to smack this thing against the head and use thunder damage to try and like rattle it. So that's
Alright.
3d8. Seven, 10, 13. So 13 points of damage.
Alright. He's starting to show some wear and tear. Oh, sorry. No, that one is hurting. That I thought I was talking about the other one. The other one. That one is hurting real bad. But he's still up.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, she is going to recall Nori.
Okay. So Nori disappears. And that will bring us to Tomasz.
Alright, try this again. Tucks and says, I'll go freehand this time, and he tucks the wand into his sash and then lets loose. Again, going past the first one and trying to yank the one away from Rory.
Alrighty. Go for it.
There we go. That is a 23. to
That
hit.
hits. So it gets
Alright.
pulled 10 feet which unfortunately is not quite enough to slam into the other person. But you can pull it 10 feet. It'll land right in front of Orchid. It ran away, and now it's right back in front of you.
All right, with six points of piercing damage.
All right, it is on its last legs, though. It is looking dire, the one that got pulled over. And I will move him over. Bonus action, familiar, any of that?
I will take Thomas will take a movement then to step up into them, brandishing his shillelagh.
Love it. And that will bring us to Risa.
Alright. Let's see. I think I might just go for a magic missile. We'll do...
On which one?
Can I split? Because it's 3
Yeah,
missiles,
you can split
correct?
them.
Can I split them? Okay. We'll do one for the one that's, like, really hurting, that just got pulled into Orchid, and 2 at the one that's only been hit a little bit.
Okay, go for it. Roll your damages. Tell me what they are.
Alright. I rolled all 4s.
Nice.
Make it up for
Nice.
those natural ones. Let's go.
So
Alright,
5
so that
damage and
is-
10 damage?
Yeah, you see her, like, smacking the wand, and then she's like, oh. There we are.
Alright, what do your magic missiles look like? Specifically, how does the one magic missile finish off the first stone defender?
You see the, like, radial sticks that are stuck at the end of the wand. 3 of those gems that are at the end of the start to glow, and then just shoot out, so there's, like, this twist, like, braided beam of light that splits off right at the last second, with one of them hitting the one in front of Orchid, and 2 colliding with the one in front of Thomas.
Nice. So as the first one spirals off into the injured one that just got pulled away from Rory, it literally, it's just this like tiny pinprick of light, but it like pierces right into the throat, and the whole thing just like crumbles like a rock slide, and it just, and so now there's just a pile of rocks on the ground.
Okay, we're good. Alright, that happens, and Risa just gives Orchid, like, a little salute with her wand.
Yeah, and that will bring us to the first golem, because that was the one that was second in initiative, so... but that will bring us to the other golem, who is going to strike at Orchid again.
Fair.
With, well, that was a natural 19, so I think that's gonna hit.
Yep.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
A
Natural 18, so I think it's still gonna
Ew.
hit. But you can give
shield.
advantage to someone, yourself or someone else.
Oh, I still have advantage. I didn't remember that.
I'm gonna give advantage to Orchid.
Wonderful. That will be 12 points of bludgeoning damage to Orchid.
Hey. Yikes.
Okay, but that will be his turn, and that will bring us to Josie. There's only one left. I can actually get rid of this other guy.
All right. So, let's see. There's one left. So, seeing that one, first I'm going to throw another firebolt.
Roll to hit.
Let's see. Maybe. Math.
I know, math. I like it, but not everybody else does.
15?
To hit,
Yeah. Yeah.
just misses.
Oh, no.
It's made of rocks,
Okay,
guys.
so let's see. So you see Josie kind of go in for the second firebolt, and instead of an actual firebolt, it's just like little sparks that kind of peter out. It's like, all right, plan B. So I am going to use my movement. Let's see. I'm going to use my movement and go over by Orchid,
Okay.
who looks like they're hurting a little bit. So I'm going to go right over here. And as a bonus action, I am going to use Face Step, and I'm going to use my 3rd level ability to send Orchid away from the golem instead of me,
Nice. Do it.
30 feet to a place I can see.
Where do you send Orchid? You'll have to have Orchid move it, but you can ping it on the map where you send her.
I love Eladrin face step.
I know I love this.
If you don't know how to ping, you just make a long click with your button when you're on the selected thing, just on the thing, and if you make a long click, it'll ping where you want to send them.
Beautiful. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
nice. Cool.
go right over here.
Beautiful. Love that. That was a
And
great
that's my
move.
turn.
This is a solid move. Love it. And that will bring us to Pixie, because that other golem is down for the count.
Honestly, I'll probably just try to magic missile it again.
Go for it. You guys are wizards. Do what wizards do.
That is 10 total.
Awesome. So that one is starting to look rough. He's still up, he's still moving, he's still hitting, but he's showing the damage from your fire. Any
I'm gonna
movement?
Pop Mort. No, I'm just gonna pop Mort into place next to me.
Go for it. And that'll bring us back to the top of the round with Orchid.
Orchid's badly hurt. That last one did like more than half of their hit points.
Yeah.
And they're kind of pissed off. And so they're gonna toss a ranged attack. They're gonna witch bolt.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
We'll see how this goes.
I'm a fan. I love Witch Bolt.
I have advantage. Oh,
You do?
so much better. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Excellent. With a 5 on the die. So 5 lightning.
Alrighty.
Yeah, basically, just like their one arm is just bleeding profusely from a gash, and they just like toss the arm up kind of lazily, like it's a lot of energy to do that. And as they do, they line up like a bolt of lightning that just like pews straight towards it.
And as it pews straight towards it, it lands and like wraps around it, and there's a small stream of light still connecting you to the beast that you may be able to damage him again on your next turn. Would you like to move or bonus action?
No, I think they're just gonna stay right here.
Alrighty, sounds great. So that will bring us to Rory.
I think Rory is going to just hit it again with, I think, an Eldritch Blast. I think she's
Alrighty.
very hurt, and she's just kind of reverting to basic instincts, and she's just gonna try and blast its ass off, literally.
Roll the hit.
Okay. 16?
That hits.
Yes. Okay, cool. That's 1d10. Well, it's only 2 points of damage, but she
Alright.
still hits it square in its ass, so.
You do. And it turns and looks at you, like, disapprovingly. Like, why'd you aim for my ass? Why? Why?
And she used her reaction to flip it off.
Yes. Absolutely. That's a free action. That's communication.
Yeah, so she uses her free action to flip it off with both hands.
Yes. Yes. Its eyes, if it its glowing sockets just narrow at you. Solid. Bonus action movement.
Nope. I think we're good.
All right. That will bring us to Tomasz.
How does it look badly damaged? Damaged much?
It's looking damaged.
Do we have the items from earlier from our creation? Character
Yeah,
creation?
you have them on you. They're your personal
Outstanding.
items. You can just assume
Alright,
that they're on
cool.
you.
All right. In which case, then he will. All right. Then he'll take a step back and Deum Pavimentum and shoot his, or not shoot. He will basically thump his staff into the ground in front of the statue.
Does he
and
actually
cause-
physically take a step back? Like, mechanically take a
yeah,
step
fine.
back?
Yeah. Yes. Mechanically, I'm going to have him step back. And,
Okay, then
and basically-
the stone golem will take an opportunity attack, but feel free to continue with your explanation of
Alright.
what they're gonna do.
Well, yeah, casting right there would be bad otherwise. So yes, and so go ahead and he can take his swing. But as he does that, he hits the ground, Deum Pavimentum, and that will cause the tiles to well up with a thick, greasy, yellowish, oily fat that causes the ground to become all slippery. After he gets done punching me in the face, he can make a DC 14 dexterity save or fall on his stony butt.
Well, he fails the dex save, but it was a 16 to hit for his punch.
Okay.
Does that hit?
It does indeed.
Roll high on damage, guys. I'm so sorry.
That's alright.
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright. So
I rolled almost max damage. I was only one
alright,
point
yeah.
below max damage.
He'll take his shiner, already swelling up purple underneath. And
Goes with the
and
bloody
realize-
nose.
It does. And he's ready to and readies his staff for the next round.
So what happens when he fails his dex save? He goes prone? Was that just the grease
goes-
spell?
That is the grease spell, so he
Okay.
is prone. And it is more or less well, I can't exactly center it on him where it is, but it's going to be set so that the
You
area
can
of
pull
effect
out an area of effect.
goes-
It's in the journal area.
You're right. Okay. You got it. In the
And
journal area.
place it. I can place
Template,
it if
you
you
got
would
it.
prefer me to do it,
No.
but
I got it. No problem. 10.
once you place it, I can put it on the other layer.
That is too big.
What is
Just
it?
It's a
What-
10-foot square.
Oh,
That's a 10-foot
yeah.
radius.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius. You can go ahead and delete that. There should be a square template.
Is it? How do we delete it?
Here we go. Go ahead. You can go ahead and delete that one if you just select it and press delete.
Okay.
I'll put out a 10-foot square.
There it is.
Would you like it there?
That's well, yeah. I set
you
it so
did
that most of it, if it tries to move backwards away from me, it went away. I want
Oh
it.
no, I just
there.
moved it.
I want it so that if it tries to move back towards any of the rest of my companions and not towards me, it's moving through more grease.
Alrighty, I'm gonna put that
Still like
on the map layer. And so that is all obviously a grease patch, which will affect anybody that tries to go through it. But do you have a bonus action or a
I do
other
not.
movement that you would like to do?
I will bleed as a free action.
Oh no.
Fair enough. Which brings us to Rhys.
Does this grease look flammable?
Give me a nature check or Arcana.
Oh.
Your choice.
I will definitely take the Arcana. Are you? It's another one.
You still have advantage. You gave yourself advantage.
actually, That's true. Yes, I'll use it because I have to use it on the next one. So that's a little better. That's a 16.
All right. Yeah. It looks like it's fairly flammable. Not like combustion flammable, but like it would light on fire if you hit it with fire.
But like, if I did a ranged attack with fire, could I not have disadvantage because it's private? Because it's laying in a flammable.
Well, you
puddle
could
of
try
grease?
to aim for the grease instead, and you may not have disadvantage. And maybe
Sure.
something will happen.
I like something. Maybe something will happen. Let's see what happens.
Valid. Roll a straight roll to try and light the grease on fire.
All right, this is firebolt.
Go for it.
Okay, that is a 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you hit the grease patch, and as it hits, it like... You ever seen, like, when you light, like, a little match on, like, an oil patch or something, and it just kind of... Not, like, huge flames, but it does, like, burn up. So if you would roll me a d4... He's going to take a d4 of fire damage, but it is currently on fire. The grease patch is on fire, so he may continue to take that if he doesn't move out of the way.
That is no plus, just the straight.
Yeah, it's
D4.
just a d4.
3 points of fire damage.
Love it.
And the grease puddle is now on fire.
Yes. Yes, it is. There is a fire in the middle of the room with a fallen stone statue. Great. We love this. But that brings us to the statue's turn. So the statue is going to take half of his movement to stand up. And is going to move towards Tomasz, and it has enough movement to get towards Tomasz. Does he have to make another dexterity saving throw? Is it the start of their turn or end of their turn for Grease?
It is if it ends.
Okay.
If it enters or ends.
Okay, so it is leaving currently. And is moving up to you and is going to try and hit Tomasz, because Tomasz just landed it flat on its ass. Does a 14 hit?
If I use my reaction, I believe I'm okay.
Using
I
shield?
can use my deflection. Arcane deflection is a +4. Oh, that's only bonus saving. No, I'm gonna take it in the face.
You're gonna take it. Okay.
Unless I can use +3 bonus to my arcane deflection.
Unfortunately not. It's to a d20 roll.
All right. Then no. Then that's not gonna.
No.
That's not gonna help.
Okay, well I rolled relatively low damage, but it's still 9 points of damage.
All right, and that is gonna knock him back and into the wall and onto the ground to a good solid hit to the down.
Tomasz is down and unconscious currently.
Oh shit.
Rough. That's rough, bud. But brings us to Josie. It's Josie's turn. There's still one stone golem in the room. It is currently standing over the unconscious, prone body of your friend Tomasz.
Alright, it looks like I'm gonna have to be the wizard ambulance here, so first, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at it, as I want to do.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
That's 13.
13 to hit, that does not hit, unfortunately.
But we still have our +3 things, right?
Yes, you do. You can use one of them and it will hit.
I'm gonna use one of my +3s so that does hit.
Love it.
And that is 9 damage.
Noise. He is looking rough on its last legs as it stands over the unconscious body of Tomasz.
Alright, and then let's see how far I can get. Oh, I can handle that. I am going to move over to Tomasz.
Alrighty.
And I am going to, once again, use my bonus action to use my face step ability and get him out of there. So let's move him. Let's see. Move him 30 feet. So I am going to have you move right over here.
Wonderful.
And that is my turn. And I hope this thing doesn't hit me.
Valid. But that brings us to Pixie. Pixie, it's your turn. The unconscious body of Tomasz is just warped across the room. Josie is staring down a very hurt stone golem. What would Pixie like to do?
Yeah, she's looking very alarmed because she didn't realize like that was actually possible. So, you know what? Fine. No more playing around. She's going to cast Mind Spike, which is a Wisdom 14 save, but she's going to use her Portent to make that roll one of the rolls that she foretold earlier, which one of them is a 2.
Yes. Absolutely. He fails. Roll your damage. Divination wizards, guys. I love it.
They're so good. They're so good.
Especially for saving throw stuff. If you just save it until, like, you've burnt legendary resistances and stuff, and you're like, you fail, you suck. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
That is 20 points of damage.
How would you like to finish off this stone beast that has destroyed some of your friends?
Go fight with.
I like to think that her casting focus is like a really decorative bangle on her wrist, and so she just basically waves her hand like she's dismissing it as she slams into it with this divination magic.
I love it. So, as you like twist out this almost invisible force of energy towards this creature, striking at whatever consciousness it has, you all see a little flare of magic from the bangle if you were looking at her, and she twists that unconsciousness to her command, and the beast falls. It's still pretty much fully formed, but it just falls to the ground. Still. Unconscious. Dead. So, that will bring us out of combat, and we are actually going to take a short break here so people can get some drinks, get some water, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and then we will be back in a few minutes. Be like 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll see you all soon. Okay? Heck yeah.
Can't wait to come back and not be able to rev anyone because we're all wizards.
Alrighty, welcome back. We're back from break, and we're just gonna do a quick little intro before we jump into the end of combat. And so yes, I am Carly. I'm your humble DM, and this is my channel, and I'm new to streaming, and I'm figuring it all out and doing it all myself, and it's wonderful and chaotic, and I love every minute of it. We are still running a dice giveaway, #detention. We are running it until the end of the session, and you will get to pick a D20 from my beautiful Etsy shop if you win the giveaway. Also, there is tips available. Different tips can give little goodies to each of our players, things like pluses to rolls, re-rolls, healing potions, miracles. It's all on the board. Look at it in the About section of my Twitch channel. Plus, there's a link there for just regular old donations, and we appreciate any and all. With that, we're going to go up to Pixie to give a little intro. And Wraith. Real names.
I am both. Yeah, I'm Wraith. I'm playing Pixie, the elf, astral elf, divination wizard. I've got my goose familiar, and I didn't take a single hit. And it is an angry goose.
I have a knife. I want to give it to the goose.
Please give more to knife.
I'm pretty sure Orchid will take all of the pictures. All of the pictures.
I think that's exactly what the yearbook needs, is photos of us in detention doing shit, and then just some snapshots of my familiar chasing things around with a knife.
Yes. Which will bring us down to Lauren. Lauren also did all of the fabulous character art for all of our players, so she is wonderful. You should check her out. But Lauren.
Yeah, I'm Lauren. I'm playing Rhys, the Order Scribes Changeling Wizard. A plug for Carly's dice. This is one of them. It's like from my favorite set. It's very pink and very sparkly. They're good. They're good stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else we get into before we wrap up.
Wonderful. That'll bring us down to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. I am playing Tomasz, the variant hamburger helper. I am currently taking an extended dirt nap, and can't wait for us to come out of the break.
Alrighty, and that will bring us to Josie and Shanice.
I'm Shanice. I'm playing Josie, the Springaladrin wizard from the School of Enchantment, also known as the Wizard Ambulance, and I am excited to continue.
Yes, we love her. We love her face stuff. We love all of it. Which brings us down to Dusty.
I'm Dusty. I play Rory, the human variant rune crafter wizard, and her thylacine familiar, Nori. And I'm gonna try to remember cool stuff that I can do.
We're working on it.
Valid. It's lots of things. New character, who dis, all that.
Exactly.
Which will bring us down to Jacqueline.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Orchid Thumperton tonight, our herring-gone conjuration wizard, who also has cool shit, but she can't do it that often, so she's, saving it. And their little familiar, like, mini tortoise on their shoulders named Bulldozer. Because why not?
Love it. Yes, so this is our wonderful, chaotic Saturday detention crew that have all gathered here and been given some sort of task, and they figured out how to activate these crystals that they were given, and figured out that they correspond to various classrooms throughout their school, and entered the conjuration lab by placing the crystal into a little notch in the doorway and unlocking the door. And when they entered, they found a statue But upon all of them entering the room, the door slammed shut behind them, the statue split into two, and chaos ensued. We left off with one of our own, Tomasz, unconscious on the ground. We also had a couple other people fairly injured, but both of the stone guards are finished and done. But we are still in initiative, and I believe Pixie was the one that finished off our last guard. So that will bring us back to the top of initiative with Orchid. Is there anything you would like to do in this moment? There's also a fire raging in the middle of the room from Grease that got lit on fire during the course of this chaos. In case anyone is wondering, that happened. So, Orchid, what would you like to do?
Yeah. So grease fires. Water's a no-no.
It's real bad. It's real bad. Don't do it,
Real
guys.
not so.
No.
And they don't have a way to like snuff out the oxygen around that. So I'm just gonna hope somebody else takes care of that. And is gonna chug the healing potion that they have on their person because they could. A hard breeze could knock them out.
Fair enough. Go ahead and roll your 2d4 plus 2. See how much you get healed.
Almost max. That's 9.
Nice. That was a good roll.
So, and that's probably it. I guess I'll hold my movement in case somebody needs help with something. I can like rush over, but otherwise just kind of like there's not much they can do at the moment.
Sounds good. So that'll bring us to Rory.
Rory is going to take her marker wand and she is going to draw a rune like on her clothes. And you watch as it lights up for a moment and then settles into like it seems to go through the clothing and settle into her skin. And she is going to walk over to Tomasz and cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level.
Do it. Roll your
so
dice.
That's going to be 2d8. Try rolling the right one. Yeah. So 6 to 8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So 8 plus 3.
Yeah, whatever your
so
intelligence
11 points
is.
healing.
Yeah.
11 points of
Tomasz,
healing.
you wake up in a different position in the room than where you landed unconscious with 11 hit points. And unless Rory has any bonus actions or anything, it's your turn and we can kind of move out of initiative.
Okay.
Are we saying that chugging a health potion is an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay,
That's
she's gonna
my
chug.
rules.
She's gonna chug that health potion.
Do it.
Okay. Tomasz will take a bearing, I guess, take in his bearings, kind of get a view of what's going on. It looks like the statue is no longer functional.
Yeah, one is crumbling pile of dirt in the middle of a raging grease fire, and the other one is a full-blown statue that is just on the ground on its side next to the raging grease fire.
Okay. Can he dismiss his grease effect then?
Yes, he can. The grease
Fire
and the
momentum.
fire are gone.
I love magic.
Good times.
But yes, we are out of initiative, and feel free to chat and plot and discuss what you guys want to do next.
That was...
Is everybody okay?
Are all of them gonna be like this? Because I don't.
Physically or emotionally?
Yeah, that one.
I don't know if
That's a
I'm ready to
shiner.
open up that can of worms.
I
It's
thought
not
this was
bad.
homework, not sudden death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extreme for her, for punishment.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean-
combat magic is a little bit of a part of our training. I don't know exactly how it has to do with conjuration, minus fighting potentially conjured constructs, but we survived. There's that.
Barely.
I'm trying to find the positives here. There's not many. Because I don't have mending for the ceiling, I would prefer not to get a secondary detention because we left burn marks.
I have mending. I can patch up that.
Perfect.
So, like, did somebody do something really bad to get this detention? And this is just kind of like a punishment?
I don't really think that this is equal to what I did. Truly. This feels like a lot.
I mean, all I did was accidentally ice over a classroom.
That's pretty good.
I learned a new rune.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Tomasz will pick himself up, wash his face a little bit, do the short rest. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, you guys can feel free to engage in a short rest while you guys chat about your next steps and discuss whatever. So you guys can feel free to click that button. Nothing's gonna like pop out of you out of the woodwork. So you can feel free to take that short rest button and go through your discussions and plans and gripes about your detention and what you're going to do next.
I'm going to use Arcane Recovery and take back 2 of my first level spells.
Go for it.
Same.
Rhys, as everyone's kind of like sitting, is going to look to Tomasz and be like, "Did you finally get caught? Is that why you're here?"
Look, that room was open. I was just in there. That's-
Look, no judgment.
Pick up
I
yourself.
have used that excuse before, though. It never works.
No, it didn't work this time either.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What room is it? The one with the mirrors?
No, I was totally in the library.
Uh-huh.
I was
You're a terrible
absolutely
liar. That room is fascinating. If you can get into it again, highly recommend.
I was trying to reach someone, but it didn't work. I was caught.
Reach
So,
someone?
I thought you could use the mirrors to contact people, but I didn't get a chance to make it work. So maybe next time. Let me just go get my staff. Go across the room. Pick that up. Yes. And
I'm
and
gonna walk over to the door and see if it's still locked.
Go ahead and give it a tug. It opens
I'm gonna
just fine. Nothing happens. It reopens.
Is our familiar friend still out there?
Your familiar friend, you don't see him out there, but if you give me a perception check.
I would love to.
I also want to do that as well. See if
Go
I
for
can
it.
See where.
That's a 15.
while they do that, is anybody else wounded?
17.
Both of you notice the familiar butterfly familiar of your professor is in the conjuration lab with you, seemingly watching all of the events that unfolded.
Well, at least you didn't leave us completely alone in there. So we probably wouldn't really have died.
Bryce is gonna poof out Celine to go harass the butterfly again.
Butterfly still doesn't react.
It's more just entertaining for me.
That's fair. But, you know how dogs can become like their owners? It's very much the same with familiars.
Yeah, that's fair.
On to the next room, I guess.
Before we depart here,
Yeah.
just to check, this is a conjuration space. Is there any benefit to casting in terms of duration or any benefit to it in a ritual casting?
Any benefit to ritual casting what? I'm sorry?
A conjuration spell. So if Tomasz does a ritual conjuration in here, does the chamber itself have any benefit to it?
This chamber does allow you to produce and cast conjuration spells without needing the valuable components required for many conjuration spells. That's the benefit, besides having a safe, fortified room to practice these spells in case you get them wrong. The benefit is that you can cast them without needing the costly material components in this space.
Excellent. Okay. Well, just in case it's useful elsewhere, he's going to take a second and spin up his unseen servant while we're here.
Go
And
for
then,
it.
You know, extra set of hands maybe for later.
Absolutely.
Before we leave, I think I want to inspect the stone construct that's still in one piece. And so Risa will just create a quill out of thin air and then take her spellbook and just toss it into the air and it folds open and just is hovering behind her. She moves over to inspect the.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
The statue. It's a statue that's toppled over.
I almost said corpse and I was like, that's not right for multiple reasons.
Rubble? The rubble?
That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, so you're investigating the full statue, right?
Yeah. The one that's whole. I think just looking for how it was created, any ideas, or anything interesting that she could pull off of it, perhaps to add to her wand or some other device she's created.
Yeah, so as you search through the statue and, look over it, you manage to find a little, compartment in its chest area. And as you open the compartment, in the inside is a spell scroll.
I will snatch that right up.
Okay.
What is it?
Give me...
You see Risa pull something out of this thing's chest and then sit down and just open the scroll up.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy. Alright. An 11.
You feel like it's a conjuration spell of some kind, but it's too high of a level for you to be able to cast it right now, which is why you can't understand the written components of this spell. You understand that it's a spell, that it's a wizard spell, it's likely a conjuration spell, but you don't know exactly what spell, because it's a higher level than you are able to practice at this moment in time.
Okay. I think she'll kind of just look at it, and then grab her spellbook out of the air, and then just kind of tuck it into the pages before closing the spellbook to deal with that later.
For sure. Anyone else?
Is the crystal stuck in the door, or can we take it with us?
You can try and take it out if you want.
I'm gonna take it out.
Okay, give me a strength check.
It's a 9.
Yeah, so you are like at the front of the door and you're trying to press your fingers on to like the space, like, because it's been set into like an inset, so you're trying to like get your fingernails in there to try and like pop it out, but no matter how hard you try, it's just not coming loose. It is pretty solidly just stuck into that door.
It is not worth chipping my nail polish for that.
Tomasz was over by the dropped one. Can he check the rubble? Does it look like Risa had checked the
For sure, give me an investigation check.
Alright. I will burn one of my +3s and make it
Go
a
for it.
17.
Yeah, so as you move through the rubble and start pulling across the rubble, you too find a spell scroll.
Okay, so what's on it?
Give me an Arcana check.
I love your props.
Thank you. 19. I got all the space behind me on the bookshelves. I may as well use it.
Yeah, you recognize that this is a spell scroll for the spell Summon Construct.
If I see him pull the spell scroll out, I'll reopen my spell book. I wanted to check real quick if these match.
Sure.
Do they match?
I'll hand it right
They do indeed match.
Alright. So now I know what spell
I think,
it is.
see,
at the very least.
with the when you combine the thaumaturgic triangle with the inlaid circle and then those runes, I think, right? Those are the marks for animation.
That should be correct. Orchid, you're good at conjuration.
Yeah. What's up?
What do you make of this? Show them the spell scroll as well.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, you recognize it. You're a conjuration student. You've been studying. This is like kind of the next level that you would be moving into in terms of spellcraft, and you recognize it as a summon construct spell.
Yeah, I think everything Tomasz said probably required to make these things come to life.
Interesting.
Yeah, the whole like splitting in two thing was kind of new though.
That
Haven't
was,
seen that
yeah.
one before.
Well,
I wonder if
It's your-
you'll be able to do that.
it's your wing of the library. Why don't you hold on to this one?
Oh, sure. Thanks. No, put it in a pocket somewhere.
And for anyone that doesn't know offhand, Summon Construct is a 4th level conjuration spell that allows you to summon a construct made of your choice of material, and whichever material you choose gives you different benefits, but it's a 4th level conjuration spell.
Sick.
Excellent. All right. Well, is there, like, aside from the destroyed statue and the one that looks like it's had its strings cut, is there any other, like, carvings or niches or anything on the floor? Is there any other significantly
Give me
apparent, just a casual look?
perception check.
All right. Wow, the cheese dice are awesome tonight. 22.
Yeah, so you look around the room.
No, I'm sorry, 20.
Either way, you look around the room and other than the 2 crumbled stone statues and the burn marks that Pixie is currently mending over, this room looks exactly as it has the few times you've seen it during school hours, and nothing seems out of place.
Okay. Well then.
I'm gonna walk over to one of the crumpled statues and just take a tiny little piece of the crumpled rock and just put it in my bag.
Go for it. Add that to your inventory. That's what it's there for.
Who's cleaning? Who was mending?
Pixie.
All right. Well, I will help out Pixie and abracadabra, and just prestidigitation a few of the spots to clear out the scorch to complement her mending.
Pretty easy work. Nothing super sophisticated is required. You didn't do any major damage other than the crumpled statue in the middle of the room.
Yeah, that's gonna take a big hole.
And that better not count. That better not count as like destruction of school property, because
Considering it was summoned, I don't think it's anyone except for the caster's property. If it even is their property.
It's hastily disassembled. It's not destroyed.
I think that's pretty destroyed.
It attacked us first, it's fine.
Exactly. Just defending ourselves.
Josie,
Where
if I could have you do I forgot to have you do it earlier, but if I could have you do a perception check for when you were looking at the crystal outside the door.
Poor thing. That's a 4.
Yeah, nope. It's
I've got
really
a-
not worth chipping your nails. That thing is not worth chipping your nails.
I was gonna say,
It's
I've got a
shiny, but it's
leftover
not worth
advantage.
it.
Do you want to use it? I have
Sure.
an inspiration. I have an inspiration. Do you want to use it?
You can feel
Sure,
free
why
to
not?
give your inspiration to others. I do allow that.
I'm feeling particularly inspired. It's very shiny. I could turn it into a necklace. That's a 4.
No.
Oh yeah, you really don't know. You don't
Can
notice.
Rory walk over and see that she's trying to get it out and just like try to take it out herself, or like look at it to see if that's even possible?
Sure, give me a perception check first and then an investigation check to determine if it's able to come in.
Okay.
Rory, I don't know what to tell you.
perception.
This thing is done stuck in there.
Yeah, it really looks like it. And she peers at it and she got a 16.
You'll notice that the crystal before, which was still was pulsing from the magic that you had placed in it before, and it was still pulsing when you had put it in the door, is not pulsing. It's just glowing. And you get the sense that maybe you completed the necessary task for that crystal.
Okay. So she looks at it and she goes, well, I don't think it's got any, like, juice left in it. So, like, do you want it just to have it? Or are you, like... Because I can totally take it out if you want, but I really don't think it needs, like, to be taken out. I don't know if it's going to, like, blow back at us, but do you want to take it out? Because I can try and take it out. I don't have a lot of strength, but, like, I can try.
It's okay. It's not worth it.
Okay, cool.
Trying to pry it out.
I mean, I think I've got a dagger somewhere, but I don't really want to, like...
We can leave it.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. You
It's
sure?
Okay. Yeah. I'll find some other one. It's fine. I just really like
Okay.
shinies.
Oh, that's totally
School
fair.
would
Yeah,
let
shiny
him-
things are
let
really
us
cool.
keep it either.
I mean, it's kind of the least the school could do for trying to kill us.
That is true. I'll add it to the list of things to talk to the professor about. Actually, I'm gonna turn to the familiar
Mm-hmm.
because I know that you can see through your familiar's eyes. Do you think that we get to keep these crystals afterward?
There
Go
is
up for yes and down for no.
no reaction from the familiar. You also know that just because the familiar is here doesn't mean that she's looking through it.
I'll
You're not
follow up with
always
you later.
looking through your familiar's eyes, is what I am trying to say.
Tomasz is a fairly burly athlete type guy. He will try and pop at the door.
He's gonna try and take out
Right.
out the shiny.
Sure, see if he can
Give me a
pop it
strength
out of the
check.
door.
Like you're popping a pill out, he's just gonna bend the door so that
15.
pops out.
Yeah, it comes out, no problem.
Nice.
The DC
hero.
was 10, and you rolled a 9.
You loosened it.
That's true. Thank you.
No, thank
Put
you.
these on our friendship bracelets.
I have to say, you guys had a great show the last game for Mage Tower. We really appreciate it.
And if I could get a round of perception checks from everyone.
Oh, man. This thing is
7.
good. 16.
9.
14.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Hey!
9.
Okay. Anyone that rolled above a 15 will notice that the statues disappear from the room as soon as the crystal is plucked out of the door.
Interesting.
And the room is super clean and
destruction.
per normal.
Well, is everyone feeling rested? We do have quite a few of these crystals to get through.
Do you think they're all fights? They can't.
Probably.
Only one way to find out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Abjuration is right around the corner.
Do we want to hit that one first, knowing that this was behind door number 1?
Well, there's really not... Well, actually... Hopefully, Abjuration might be a little less violent as... It's either going to be less violent or far more violent, as Abjuration usually has to do in protection. So...
What's
It's
the
really up to the group.
What's the Abjuration Professor like?
What is the Abjuration Professor like?
The Abjuration Professor, you will know, is the most unassuming little gnome you have ever met. They stand at like 2'8", super short. They're not super old. They're fairly young for a gnome. They're under their hundreds, so they're in the first quarter of their life as a gnome. But they're super unassuming and always eager to help. And you wouldn't think of them as like a fighter. That isn't like the first thing that comes to mind. But you know, you've seen like example duels and things where this professor will just wear down the competition by just shielding and deflecting everything before waiting for that one opening to put something through.
Professor Glimmerwick is pretty nice. I mean, you can't see him having such an angry statue waiting for us in there. I mean, I still have all my teeth anyway. I say we give it a go next.
All I know is that I'm thankful that we didn't fill one of these with necromancy.
Oh,
Yes.
Fair point.
Okay, but like, it would have been kind of cool. Just to see.
Oh yeah, totally. But not to fight.
Alright, so Abjuration next. Take our luck, see if Glimmerweave is nice or not.
So you guys are gonna
Yeah.
head over to the Abjuration classroom. The Abjuration classroom is this one down here in the bottom corner. If I'm not on grab, if I'm on select. This one down here in the bottom corner is our Abjuration classroom. The door is right here. And when you guys come to the door, just like when you came to the conjuration door, it is closed.
Is there a little indent for the gem?
Give me a perception check.
Can it be with advantage because we've already found one before?
Sure.
I suck at perception.
Absolutely. Please feel free to drop your
16.
Laura Bailey vibes here. Yes, there is a notch in a pretty much the exact same place as there was before. On this door in front of you.
Ressa will toss up the gem, catch it, like, if there's any preparations you want to make before we head in, I would do it now. And then pop the gem into the door.
Same thing happens. You put the gem in the door, flash of light across the entire door, and there's a small and the door opens about half an inch.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Let's go.
Alright. Slowly open the door looking for anything that might try to attack us.
Absolutely. Let me just get my beautiful map set up a little bit. It got a little set up. But you'll know that the abjuration room is a fairly large room that has lots of open practice area, but also is equally occupied by bookshelves and like benches for you to sit at during your normal day-to-day lessons. And I'm going to pull you over to this map shortly after I place it in the right position so we can see it on stream. Almost there. Gotta love good positioning. Superb. And I'm gonna bring you guys over there on roll 20. So you guys can see it on roll 20. You should be able to see it on roll 20 now. But yeah, you push open the door and nothing seems out of place when you first look into this room. Granted, you cannot see the whole room from this door. You're only seeing this first section of the room, but nothing seems out of place in this room.
Alright.
Is there a little step stool at the bottom of that table?
The table is a short table. It's probably about just over knee height for the average, like, 5 foot to 6 foot human. It is meant for a gnome. That table, that work table is. Oftentimes you would know that when you're in this class, the non-small members of the school sit like crisscross, and it's like perfect height for sitting at and working.
Okay. I was gonna say, Tomasz, if he's seen this before, noted, those he's always very intrigued by the magic circles there before the benches. So go in and observe them
Someone should probably stay outside because the last time it activated when I walked in.
Well,
So maybe we should take a look around before we all go in.
What's
Okay.
I'll stay outside. I can use my camera. See things.
My unseen servant can carry it. You can go ahead and direct him.
Oh, I just use my
Sure.
hand.
All right, that too.
But I appreciate it. You might have to move things, so.
I'm not sure if we'll find anything. It seems that once whatever our task is activated once we all step into the room. And seeing as last time when we left, everything cleaned itself up, which good to know.
But they were there. It was there before we were all in. We saw it.
Oh, true.
So there might. I wanna like investigate the room and see if there's anything that would strike me as like out of place from like day to day.
You can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I help them out?
Can I use investigation?
No, not because you're staying outside of the room. You will be using perception.
No. I'm going inside.
Oh, you're going inside? Okay, go
I'm
for it.
going
You can
inside,
give me
yeah.
an investigation check.
Can I assist them since I was also just sticking my nose in things?
Sure. Roll
I-
with advantage.
Can I give my +3? I guess we'll see. Can the
I mean,
+3 be
most
given at
people
the end?
have their +3s. You cannot give away your +3s, unfortunately.
All right, cool.
But everybody had some, so.
I don't need the +3 because I've got a
Awesome.
+6 to investigation, and I rolled an 18.
Nice. So as you move across this room pretty confidently, you don't immediately find anything that is out of place. Everything kind of seems exactly as it is every time you walk into this room.
Well, there's nothing obvious, at least.
Should we get everyone in and rip off the bandage?
I guess so.
Alright. As soon as everybody's inside, and we've agreed, Orchid will step in just inside the door. See what happens.
So you're gonna be the last one in, Orchid, or are you waiting outside?
Yeah, I'm waiting until everybody's in, and I've got the A-OK to pop in.
Okay, so everybody's kind of come in and spread out, so if everybody else would like to place themselves on the map, on where maybe you guys were looking at things or walking over, and all of that fun stuff, then we will move into what's next. So, at first, when everybody's in there, nothing seems to be happening, nothing's out of place. Orchid steps into the room, and just like last time, as soon as the last person steps into the room, door slams shut behind you. I need everybody to give me Arcana checks.
24.
Ooh, not 20 plus. You get 24.
Yes.
15.
I got a
20.
solid 8.
Oh no. 21.
Okay. Anybody that rolled above a 15 feels this wave of magic that it comes from all of the walls in the room, almost as if there's like a barrier or a shield forming around this room across all of the walls, connecting into kind of a weird shaped bubble of a shield.
Wasn't me.
Are we supposed to break the shield, or?
I mean, at least this one seems less violent.
Why do you all look so alarmed? What happened?
A shield has gone down around the room.
Oh, shit.
Is it visible at all, or is it just like we get a sense that
You get a sense. This is like a sixth sense of magic that's enveloped the room. Kind of like when you've seen your instructors use Wall of Force or Force Cage. It's not visible, but it's there. It's there. Is anybody doing anything at this moment?
Has it gone? I guess it's gone down in front of the door, right? Can I try and reach for to try and push at the door to see if I can even get close?
So as you reach for the door, which you should probably move yourself back over to the door, presuming you walked over there, and reach for the door, your hand gets stopped against a force about less than half an inch away from where the door handle would be. And when you try the door itself, same thing, about a half inch before you would touch the door, you hit something.
Does this seem like the sort of shield that we would be able to break given enough force?
Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, a natural 20 for a 26.
Yay.
Yeah, you don't think that you would be able to break this. Not at your level of magic. There must be some other way. And you know that abjuration is not about brute force. Abjuration
Can I
is...
investigate?
Sure.
Sorry,
What
go
would you
ahead.
like to... No, what would you like to investigate?
The table to see if there's anything on it that we could use.
To do what?
Break the shield.
Sure.
Or
Give
get
me an
through it.
investigation check.
I'm gonna use my +3. So it's gonna be a 14.
Yeah, there's nothing on this table that you think would be sufficient, especially if communicating with Rhys, that would be sufficient to break through this shield.
Okay.
The designs that are on the floor, would we recognize those as symbols that represent something?
Yes. So, actually on the floor, I know the image only has 6 of them, but there are 8 of them. And there are 8 patterns that all represent the different schools of magic on the floor. And if you're looking at them and investigating them now that the door is closed, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right.
Can I help her?
Sure, roll with advantage.
Ooh, that was better. I'm gonna burn my last +3, and that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Nice. So as you look over these patterns, you notice now that the door is closed, there seems to be a faint glowing from them. Nothing super obvious, but as you peer closer, the symbols have seemed to have been activated somehow with the door closing.
What happens if we put a foot on the symbol? Does it get brighter?
As you put a foot on the symbol, it doesn't get brighter. Nothing changes magically, but you do get a similar feeling to when you were pushing magic into your gems of it wanting something.
Like flesh or
Like wanting magic.
Straight to the dark.
And if everybody...
Well, I wasn't sure if it wanted us to stand on it or if it wanted us to find something in the room to put on it.
No.
I wasn't sure.
Wanting magic. And since I presume that you're sharing this with the rest of the group, I'm going to have everybody just make me some straight intelligence checks.
19.
Same.
16.
24.
Nice.
Man, it's good night,
12.
Rock.
8.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Anybody
Not
that
the
rolled,
best. Not the best.
was done.
anyone that rolled above a 15 remembers that in their abjuration classes, it's often discussed that there's a yin and yang in magic, and there's a yin and yang in schools of magic. That it talks about certain magics acting in concert, but also opposites of each other, and that they are paired together. Pixie, who rolled a 24, will remember that often evocation and abjuration are discussed in the same pairing together, that conjuration and divination are paired oftentimes together, enchantment and illusion are paired together, and necromancy and transmutation are paired together. And since that is often something that is discussed in your abjuration classes, that maybe these symbols need to be paired together. Maybe their magics need to be paired.
Y'all, these designs are just so pretty.
I agree.
Right. Which one was the opposite of divination again?
Conjuration.
Conjuration.
Well, maybe starts by firing off some paired spells.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the conjuration circle and ritually do identify and see if it takes the magic.
I'll go over to.
So what is your,
I'll go
how does your ritual look? We got to see Tomasz's ritual last session, but how does Pixie set up a ritual identify spell?
I think it probably is. It honestly, it probably takes a little bit longer than normal because I think she definitely does do like a full kind of magic circle, like drawing on the ground, which gets very confusing when there is already a circle on the ground. So she is having to very, very carefully do this and like double check that like a line is hers and not the other one. So it's taking her a hot minute to draw this out.
Okay, so as she's doing her ritual casting, which will take a minute, I think Tomasz is doing something?
He'll go to the divination one and begin a ritual conjuration of an unseen servant. A second one. So
Okay.
Ritual casting of that, but he will time his ritual so that it pairs up with Pixies so that they complete together.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have both of you guys make intelligence checks for me to see if you guys can time these together.
Sure. 15.
I'm gonna use my +3.
Okay.
So that is 16.
Beautiful. Yeah, you guys will be able to have these activate at the same moment on your divination and conjuration circles. But that will take 10 minutes. So what are the other 4 members of our detention group doing?
Not everyone at once.
What was the opposite of evocation? Was that abjuration? Orchid will go up to the abjuration circle and toss a chromatic orb into it.
Okay. So as you go to push the chromatic orb into it, you notice that you're on the right track, that it does want this, but as Tomasz hinted at the earlier, you need to do the opposite at the same time. You don't lose the spell slot because it doesn't fully form. You stop it like before you fully release the spell because you realize that no, this isn't gonna be exactly what
I don't feel quite the same like reaction as the last time I tried to do this.
You're at the evocation circle?
I'm at the abjuration circle putting evocation inside.
Oh, okay. Then I'll move to the evocation circle and timing it with you cast mage armor again.
Okay, so the two of you time together, those spells get sucked in, the circles fully start glowing with magic, and you feel like you've completed one portion of this puzzle. Those spell slots do go away, though, with those castings.
Yep.
Which ones do we need now? What are the other ones that we need?
The enchantment illusion pairing and the necromancy transmutation pairing.
Okay.
I'll walk over to the enchantment one and hold a charmed person until I have a friend to help me with some illusion.
Yeah, so if you're going to cast an enchantment spell, you'll want to be at the illusion circle. So if you move over there, and you can get prepped for that if there's somebody that can assist with an illusion.
I can, if no one else of the three of us.
I don't have any illusion.
Unfortunately, it's a second level, but I will put invisibility in.
All right, so the two of you push your magics in, and same thing that happened with the abjuration and evocation. And they just start glowing. You now have 4 of the 8 symbols glowing.
So then I'll walk over to the necromancy and transmutation. Right, transmutation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And say, anybody want to help me with one of these?
Well, I owe a spell. So, I'll look at Pixie and be like, I can handle this and we can call it even. And, what do you have?
I've got both, so whichever one.
I have a 2nd level necromancy and a ritual that I can is that? No, it's not. Is there? Do I? Ooh, shoot, do I have a transmutation spell? A leveled one? I might not have a leveled transmutation spell.
Oh wait. Maybe I don't have a leveled transmutation spell either.
Oh.
I've got a leveled necromancy and then I've got message.
I think Tomasz has transmutation.
It does.
I have transmutation as well.
So I guess we have to wait for them to get out.
We have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I had a transmutation.
Well, if you guys are just sitting around waiting for your ritual casters to finish, we'll go fast forward, and you guys both managed to finish your rituals, timed at the same time. You guys were very good about keeping an eye on where each other was at. And now 6 of the 8 symbols are glowing.
Do you
It's
want
hard.
rock, paper, scissors to see who does the transmutation?
I mean, I have a 1st level jump. What do you?
I have a
what slot
2nd
is it?
level.
Save yours. and just because it's fun, I'll cast it so that I jump in a circle at the same time.
Alright. I'll stand in the transmutation circle and cast Wither and Bloom, and you just see this like explosion of Feywild flora that within seconds just like withers and then cripples and dies.
Yeah.
At the same time,
That is,
Tomasz
cool.
is jumping into a circle like a
Yeah.
little kid.
Corpus Sultum Altum!
And as the two of you jump into these last final symbols, boom, they glow together, and for a moment, all of these symbols glow brighter and brighter and brighter, infusing the room until all of you need to shut your eyes. And when you feel like you can open them again, you open them, and you can sense that the shield that was around this room has now dropped.
Hey Carly,
Yeah.
that was a lifted spell. And guess
Yeah.
what? I just-
You gotta roll your thing, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys see using the
Roll your
wand, it's
d20.
kind of a general sweep, and as she sweeps the... No, I did. And I rolled a 2.
Okay, and what's a 2?
No, a 2 on the d20, so we gotta
I know
roll
what.
the,
Now you gotta roll your d100, lady.
Let's see.
What did you do, Risa?
Oh no. It's either
Risa
gonna be
did
really
something
funny or really
fun.
bad.
Go, let's go. Alright, so... Let's see.
You can just tell me what number you rolled so I can help you with.
It's a 71. So I know exactly what happens, it's just, is it centered on me or not?
I will tell you in just a second as I look at it.
Yellow
That
and
is-
chaos, let's go!
That is great. Yeah. So I need everybody to be accurately positioned where they would be on the map. So, Tomasz, you were going on to transmutation, and I believe that's the upper right symbol. It's actually symboled here, so I think if you go on the upper right symbol,
Right there?
yeah. Risa was going on necromancy, which is not featured here, so you need to be on either the upper right blank or the lower right blank spot.
Like over here.
So like just a little bit over from where you are now, or down where Rory is currently.
Okay, let's do down where Rory is. I don't know if she is still currently there, however.
She might be. She's
was
probably
about to go
somewhere
in.
else.
Okay.
But she could be
Over
next
here.
to next to you. Yeah, there we go. That's good. So if Risa wants to move down to that spot, and then Pixie, you're probably a little closer. You were finishing up divination, so probably on the yellow one on the top in the middle, near there. And Josie, what was the last one you did? Enchantment? Yeah, sorry, you're gonna be down on the blue, probably. Somewhere near the blue symbol. Yeah, it's gonna be centered on you. Go ahead and
Excellent.
place a your radius centered on you. Actually, you know what? I can do something. I should be able to do something.
I was saying,
So
you
we can
also,
see
there's
it
like
centered
the
on you.
explosion of the Feywild flora, and then it like withers and dies, and as that happens, it starts to smoke, and you see Risa kind of go, oh, fuck, and I just fireball centered on her.
Yeah, I'm getting it's just being slow. I'm trying to get the thing up, but it's not. It's being really slow.
Oh no! This is what you get for cobbling together your own wands. It's fine.
It's totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's obviously fine. I'm getting it up. It's just being very slow to me right now. It doesn't like me right now. It's fine.
Can I? Could I possibly give everyone that is going to be affected, except for myself, advantage by curling around the wand, and I'll take disadvantage on my dexterity saving throw to try and
Sure.
Take
I
more
would allow
damage?
that.
Okay. Yeah,
Let
so
me
you hear
place
there's a
this
square
really
and an explosion as she just like curls down onto the ground around her wand.
Would I have time for a bonus action?
Bonus action, no. You would only have time for a reaction.
I have Starlight Step.
Oh no.
I know. So, that'll be everyone except for Orchid. But you all get advantage, because she is curling over it.
You said you wanted chaos, let's go.
I will use my arcane deflection so that I get a +4 bonus to the save.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm about to get
Thank God
annihilated.
for that advantage.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I
Because
got a 2
my
and a
first
nat
roll,
20.
I got a 5 and a 19.
Look, I would rather I go down than everybody going down. So.
I'm gonna use my other armadillo and make that a 15.
Nice. Okay, what is your DC?
So it's the wand's DC, which is 15.
Okay, so he succeeds. So if you got above 15, which I think was everybody, except for Risa, I'm guessing you failed.
Yeah, with a disadvantage, I got an 8 for a 9 total.
So roll your 8d6. Fireball damage. Most of that against yourself.
Yep. Hold on, I need more dice.
Ooh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
This is a great way to end the session. This is where we're going to end the session. After we roll the damage and see who's up and who's unconscious, that is where the session is going to end.
Okay,
Oh my God.
So really 8? Jesus.
Yeah, it's 8. It's Fireball.
Look at this pile of dice.
I don't like it.
I'm so nervous.
I know.
I rolled so many ones, thank God.
Oh. The only
Okay.
time you want a 1.
Right.
I rolled 4 ones.
Nice.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay is a strong word.
It's a very strong word.
18 points of fire damage total.
I'm down.
Okay. Well, you take half because you succeeded, so you take 9.
I'm the only
Okay.
one that I think I'm the only
Okay,
one that
good.
takes 18.
Yeah.
Which means I am still up with 2 points.
My
Are
hit
we
points
doing?
are 17.
Are we doing anything special with rolling nat 20s for these? Just
No, but I will let you take a point of inspiration since it doesn't get you anything at this point in time. So you can have a point of inspiration for rolling a d20 on your save.
so it's 9 points of damage.
Yes, if you succeeded. 9 points of damage on your save. Which I think leaves us everybody up, but that is still where we'll come back next time to the aftermath of that, and I'm sure the anger from many of your party members from your self-made exploding wand. But really quickly, we're going to finish up my dice giveaway. So we're going to give everybody else, we're going to do our little round down, talk about ourselves, and at the end of that, we're going to do the dice giveaway. So this is your last chance to put in hashtag detention to see if you win a dice. Otherwise, I am Carly. I'm your humble dungeon master. I'm also a handmade dice maker and now a D&D streamer. And this is my lovely group of wizards that are joining me for Saturday Detention. We just finished our second session and we'll be back next week, same time, 6 p.m. on Tuesday for our third session and more wizardly goodness. Our characters will be leveling up, which we will discuss after that. So they will be level 5, because we're just doing a double jump for our next session. And that'll bring us up to Wraith.
I am more prepared now than I was at the beginning. Hi, I'm Wraith. You can find me at Slender Noia across social media platforms technically, but it's mostly just Twitter right now. I am the Director of Operations over at Exquisite Corpse Presents. all of our shows are currently on break as we are kind of getting ready for a couple new seasons, a couple new shows. So everything's happening behind the scenes right now, but you should take a look at us because we've got some really, really, really cool things coming. I can't remember where else I'm gonna be soon because there's actually several things. So I'll have to figure that out for myself later.
Love that. And that'll bring us to Lauren, who also did all of the wonderful character art for this campaign.
Hey, I'm Lauren. I just ended the session by blowing everybody up. It's fine. We're fine. You can find me on Instagram at Laurens_openworld. I do some cosplay sometimes. I don't know. But yeah. So we're having a great time.
Awesome. That brings us to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. I am Brick on Twitter. I play games for a while. I'm playing Tomasz, tonight's Human Punching Bag. And he's occasionally a war mage, apparently when he's asleep. So this has been outstanding. Can't wait for next session.
Awesome. Shanice.
I'm Shanice. I played Josie, resident wizard ambulance, and I'm Shanice_Charday on Twitter and Instagram.
Wonderful. Dusty.
My name is Dusty. You can find me at Twitter at Dusty Penny with 2 Y's. You can also find me at the Rainbow Dice Club podcast. So yeah.
Wonderful. And lastly is Jacqueline.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I played Orchid, your resident rabbit, she did a few things, but that's okay. You can usually find me over on Twitter at Kikilia Games, and I play a maniac druid in a Icewind Dale campaign over on Otherworldly Ventures YouTube. I am going to plug that they have a short mini-series actual play running right now on the YouTube, Dragon Age, that I am solely producing. And it's been great so far, very queer, very pride-themed, and there's a lot of romance going on, so check it out.
Awesome. Yes, we love that. We're here for it. I'm here for all the plugs. Plugs is how people get spread far and wide, and that's what we want. We want everyone to be known and everything to have an audience. So, yeah, that will bring us to the dice giveaway. #detention. You have about 5 seconds before I click the roll it for the winner. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and who do we get? Bookish Bard. You can reach out to me here or on Twitter or on Instagram. I'm Carly Steichen in all of those places, or even on my Etsy shop at Armadillo Dice, and just let me know that it was you, and we will get you a D20 of your choice from my shop. Congratulations, Bookish Bard. And yeah, that is what we're gonna leave off for, and we're gonna leave all the wonderful antics for the rest of the Schools of Magic for next time on Oops All Wizards here on Armadillo Dice. And everybody say your goodbyes as we are out.
Good night.
Bye.